Interesting. Very interesting. Now let's take a look at how this is done. See, stories are told about people that are good and shown as evil, and those that are evil that are shown as good. How does a man who's illiterate but a sea captain do so much good and get the backing of the elites of a nation? And then so much of a backing that it is a widespread movement. And this weird, insane influx of orphans from around the world. Around the world in the late 1700s, before the United States of America declared its independence. Declared its independence. But the rest of the world at that time was going through a plague, was going through a massive amount of orphans, was going through regime change, was going through all of this. See, I had mentioned this before, where they would bring all these children and women from Europe. It was just so weird. So weird. All of this has happened again. They cheer in the name of Thomas Cora because he felt so bad seeing all these poor orphans on the street that he decided to make a hospital, which meant hospitality, where they put all these poor orphan children. And the way he got it done was by getting a bunch of elites to sign his petition to the king to create the Foundling Hospital. He made him the Duke of Bedford for that. It is so insane. The hospital had 17 dukes, 29 earls, 6 viscounts, 20 barons, 20 baronets, 7 privy counts, and the Lord Mayor and 8 aldermen of the city of London. All as founders of the Foundling. See, what's weird is that so many people they revered Thomas Cora. They made stories about him. They made music about him, right? Hallelujah was actually one. But there were actual books that they say are fiction. That Charles Dickens, who lived near the Foundling Hospital, wrote about these people that would prey on desperate people for their children so they can put them in the Foundling Hospital. What happened? Everyone got sick. They had a plague. And all of these adults died. And then all of these maidens were pregnant, but couldn't seem to take care of their children, so they would take them. Families that would lose their job, and then they would take their kids. And then the wars came, obviously, and so they took their kids again, just to keep them safe. Kind of like how they tried to do that in the 40s, with the Nazis, where they would send the kids to the north on a train. Why? Why would the parents stay in London and all these orphans just went to the north? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. And it was all because they heard the bells. And the Great Depression came after that. I mean, America was created. Everyone was in a depression. Regimes were being changed. It was insane. Everyone was at war. And then it settled. Fuck, we lost America, whatever. Let's just follow what they do because they're obviously expanding and they've got land. They can sustain themselves. They don't even need us. So let's just beat to that drum. And the new gods were born, telling the old ones how it's going to work. Not many of them were happy. Yeah, we talk about child trafficking and what the purpose of it is. But I don't think people see just how long it's been going on. Orphan trains, hospitals with orphans and orphanages. It usually happens a lot right before there are these changes. Nefarious, yes. Experimental, yes. But churning out a new nation is really hard, especially when everyone dies. That's what I don't get, is how people hadn't seen it. I think it's important for us to take a good breath. Take a really deep breath. And just pray for a little bit. Because what you're about to see from a 40,000-foot view may cause you some disruption. So go get that coffee, and I'll be right back.